We have a wonderful performance coming up at the North Shore Music Theater that's unique in that it's a very entertaining night out with some very talented people, and it's a benefit that helps in the fight against cancer. To find out about it and the organization behind it, we're going to speak to the founder of Voices of Hope, Greg Chastain. Greg, thank you so much for coming back on. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
This is such a cool thing. I want to have you start off, if you don't mind. The people who have heard you when you were on before know a little bit about the background of Voices of Hope, but for those who don't, talk about how Voices of Hope got started. And as happens with these, there's a personal connection tied into this as well.
Yeah, sadly, my mother passed away from pancreatic cancer in 2009 in the spring, and wanted to do something to give back. So I've always been involved in theater, and I asked a few of my friends to get together to do a one-night benefit, and there were about 22 of us in 2009 October, and we did a one-night show, raised a good chunk of money, and said, that's great. We did a great show, and here we are 8 years later, and it's grown and grown and grown since then. So it's just been a labor of love since day one.
And Voices of Hope raises money for the Termeer Center for Targeted Therapies, which is at Mass General Cancer Center, and you do that through your performances. I know, as you mentioned, you've done a lot here. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit, maybe in the past year, some of the shows that you've done so people get an idea, please.
Yeah, in the past few years, we've done, we have a book show in the spring, and then we do our fall gala. Our book shows, we've done Jesus Christ Superstar, Godspell, Once on This Island.
Cool.
And Children of Eden this last spring. And then our fall is a gala, is a cabaret. But we also get to do other things. You might have seen us. We perform national anthems for the Red Sox, the Patriots, the Celtics. We've done a lot of the colleges around here. So we spread our mission through those as well. And we also sing at the Hat Show for the Making Strides every year for their wonderful cause. So we try to do as much as we can to spread the message of how much research is needed.
We're speaking with Greg Chastain, who is founder of Voices of Hope. The Broadway and Beyond is coming up on October 14th at the North Shore Music Theater. I want to ask you, there are obviously a lot of very worthy causes, a lot of places doing a lot in the fight against cancer, and I'm wondering what it was that brought you to pick the Termeer Center to receive the donations, the money that you guys raise.
Yeah, that's a great question. I started it selfishly to raise money for pancreatic cancer because that's what took my mom. But then as other members joined and told their stories and their struggles and their family struggles, and other members joined, and they have all different types of cancers. There's so many different types of cancers out there. We said we really need to do something as a whole for the cancer community. And the Termeer Center works specifically for all cancers. They don't look at pancreatic cancer or breast cancer. They target any type of cancer that's out there, and they try to find a therapy for those people. So we chose that so we can spread the wealth, so to speak, for all the people that are suffering out there.
And it really does make a difference. And I'm clearly not a medical person, and I have a very limited understanding of a lot of this. But I do know that the outlook for cancer patients is a lot better today than it was 20, 25 years ago because people are raising money for the research in cancer.
Yeah, it's a lot better than when we started 8 years ago, believe it or not. It's these targeted therapies and immunotherapies that they're coming up with are incredible, and there are people that we know that have been in stage 4 cancer, and today they are in complete remission and performing with us.
Nice.
It's just incredible what they do, and Mass General has just been so gracious to work with us and keep us up to date on how our money is being used and things like that. So it's just a wonderful relationship, and we can't be happier than to be with them.
We're speaking with Greg Chastain, who is founder of Voices of Hope. The performance is Broadway and Beyond, a musical night of humor and hope, and it's happening at the North Shore Music Theater in Beverly on October 14th. Let's find out more about the show. This sounds like fun. Tell us what's going to go on.
Oh, it's going to be a great night. It's a night to celebrate everything we've done throughout the year. It's music from Les Mis, Hamilton, Dear Evan Hansen, all the way back to damn Yankees, and we have some pop stuff in there too from ABBA. It's just a fun night of dance, song, a few storytelling missions, and it's just a wonderful night to celebrate everybody's success throughout the year and to look back on what we've been able to achieve with Mass General.
You mentioned earlier how things have grown since when you started Voices of Hope. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit, help us understand a bit better about the scope of the production. You obviously have a large group of very talented people involved, don't you?
We do. We actually, Voices of Hope is made up of over 200 members in total.
Wow.
In this show in particular, it's going to be our largest cast. We're going to have 98 cast members.
Wow.
Covering the songs. That doesn't include the orchestra that volunteers their time and all our tech and lighting and stage production folks. So it's going to be, by all said and done, of over 150 people working on this production. So it's quite a haul, but we're having a lot of fun.
And Little Birdie told me you have a special guest joining you this year?
Yes, Darren Bissett, who is a country artist locally. He has opened for people like Garth Brooks and Kenny Chesney. He's amazing.
Nice.
He's a friend of a friend who heard about our cause, and sadly he's got a battle of his own, of some friends that he knows that's going through this, and wanted to reach out and do something. And we said, how about come perform with us? And he jumped right on it. So we're very excited to have Darren with us.
We're speaking with Greg Chastain, who's founder of Voices of Hope. Broadway and Beyond is happening on October 14th at the North Shore Music Theater. Greg, I wanted to ask you, because a lot of times with performances like this and with an organization like yours, obviously you rely heavy on volunteer work.
For us, it's 100% volunteer. For myself, all the way down to the last person that just joined us, our orchestra, our tech, our lighting folks that normally do get paid for these gigs, they all volunteer their time, which we found incredible. So we were so honored to have all these people donate their time and talent to come and join and do this for us.
So a very efficient operation. You know that when you have your night out, you are absolutely helping. All of your money is helping in the fight against cancer. It's wonderful when it works out that way.
Exactly.
We're talking with Greg Chastain, who is founder of Voices of Hope. Broadway and Beyond, a musical night of humor and hope, is happening at the North Shore Music Theater in Beverly on October 14th. So as far as the fundraising side of this, I just want to ask you, do you have a set goal for the event?
Not specifically for the event, because we don't want to limit it. But we have now donated, in the 7 years that we've been together, have donated over $500,000 to cancer research. And we're now on what we call our March to $1 million. Our 10th anniversary is coming up in about two years, and we're hoping to reach that $1 million mark by then. So we're pounding the pavement. We've done golf tournaments, all kinds of stuff to keep that march going. So that's our goal, in our 10th anniversary, to be able to break that $1 million mark.
I'm thinking you're going to get there, Greg, from what I know about you guys. And have fun doing it. Having fun all the way there, which is the way it should be.
Yeah, it really is a family. We get together. We rehearse 2-3 nights a week for 3-4 hours, and then everybody sits around the table and talks for another hour. We're like, can we go home now? But everybody wants to stay together and just keep communicating, because it's a great community of people.
Yeah. Broadway and Beyond is at the North Shore Music Theater on Saturday, October 14th. Greg, if you would, give people a way they can find out more, get a hold of tickets, all that, please.
Sure. Tickets are on sale at the North Shore Music Theater. They're at nsmt.org. And if you want to find out more about us, Voices of Hope, we're at voicesofhopeboston.org. But tickets, nsmt.org.
Very easy to find the Voices of Hope website. Again, voicesofhopeboston.org to find out more, or through the North Shore Music Theater as well. Get tickets that way. But you got to be there. October 14th, Broadway and Beyond at the North Shore Music Theater. Greg Chastain is founder of Voices of Hope. Greg, thank you for all you do. Boy, what a worthy cause. And like we said before, yes, it's a worthy cause, but you guys have fun doing it, and it's fun for the people who come out and see you. And this is going to be a great event on the 14th of October at North Shore Music Theater. Thank you for your time, Greg. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and come on out and see it.